Hello everyone, and welcome back to my one-year update on my reef. A lot's happened in the past few months. If you remember on my last video, I said something about bye-bye to the ugly phase, and boy, I couldn't have been more mistaken. I had a algae outbreak, a hair algae outbreak, the likes of which I have never experienced before. I really got quite desperate with it and ended up trying fluconazole, which killed the bryopsis in 3 days, but the hair algae just laughed at me. And so I ended up scrubbing rocks by hand and lowering nutrients as best I could. And eventually, I got a handle on it. I think the outbreak was probably caused by my corals were very pale and colorless. And so my nutrients were very low, no phosphate, no nitrate. So I started dosing those to try and improve the color of the corals. And instead, I just induced an algae bloom. So that's what happened with that. But now I seem to have that under control. And I didn't know exactly what to do to try and get my corals to color up without adding those nutrients. So I tried and am trying and still dosing. I'm dosing amino acids. I simply bought an amino acid powder. I take 3/4 of a teaspoon and I add that to the tank every day. And the results have been pretty good. I mean, the coral color, within 2 weeks, I noticed a difference. I'm hoping that it continues to improve because the colors are still not what they should be. But that's, the jury is still out on that, and time will tell. But I'll start to do some close-ups, and maybe you can see a good example would probably be the Garf bonsai back there, which you can see is just a pale green with the blue tips and the green polyps. I mean, that's not what a Garf, photobomb, what a Garf is supposed to look like, but it is considerably better than what it looked like before. So I'm just going to keep up with the amino acid treatment and see how far I can go with that. I was also watching to see if I got any algae growth from it, and there hasn't been, and also on the lookout for cyano, which I also haven't had any of. So I'm lucky in that respect. But I've only added 2 fish since my last video, and I don't know if I had the rabbit fish the last time, the guy here who likes to be in all the videos, and the tang. Now the powder blue, he's really beautiful. So I've been getting plenty of growth. As I said, my main problem is color. And that's because right now I've managed to get the nitrates up to about 2.5. Phosphates are still undetectable on my kit. And I sent out an ICP test and it came back at 0.01. Which is better than non-detected, which is what it came back the time before. So good growth, I'd have to say, fair color. And the fish are all happy. I'm really pleased with the sea sweeps. I knew I would before. I think this is the best way to get the proper flow in your tank. That sweeping motion of going back and forth, it hits the corals. They don't get blasted, constantly, and they just seem to respond really well. The drawback is it doesn't look so great, but those are the sacrifices I guess you have to make in order to get your coral to look good. I also did a bit of a lighting update. I replaced my Reef Bright VHOs or actinics with some AI blades. And you can see them up there. I still have the 50/50 Reef Brights. I will also replace those because I'm really pleased with the blades. These are the glow models, not the grows. And because I needed some more pop. As I said, I've been looking for color. So I'm going to also replace the other Reef Brights, the 50/50s, with the AI blade grows. So that'll be coming up. I've also been doing some experimenting with dosing Reef caulk slurry. I'll probably do another video on that when I do one in the basement and all the stuff I've done down in the by the sump. That's another entire different subject. But there you go. Maybe I can get a side view. I don't know. And I've been happy with the stand. My orchids are doing really well. I've got an orange filter on here, so you're not getting the real color that, they look kind of orangey red, plus with the lights that are above. But they're all doing really well. So in general, for the entire setup and everything I've done so far, I'm really happy with. And I think now, after a year, I've gone through the major difficulties, and hopefully things are going to pan out and I'll get some better color. So thanks for watching.